Human and Physical Mental Health, presented by Alyssa, Gianne, Cristina, and Katherine. The contents to be discussed would be number 1, societal issue, local and global. Number 2, science principles applied by Katherine Senen. Number 3, technology applied by Gianne Flores. Number 4, addressing societal issue raised in number 1 through the group's plan of action based on Laudato by Cristina Pagobo, and number 5, Individuals Matter, Members' Plan of Action by Alyssa de Chavez. Now, let's start with societal issues, local and global.
Huwag kang dramatic ang OA mo.
Oh my God!
I get this a lot. Lagi, as in always.
Pag ganyan, parang na binabaliwala niya yung problem mo eh.
Oh, nababaliw ka na naman. This really hurts a lot. Like, inside. Ako, like, I would just laugh it off. Like, sabihin ko sana, to, grabe ka naman, tatawa lang ako. Pero like, it kills me inside. Do you understand what you're saying? When you say nababaliw, did you even ask how I am? Did you even ask what I'm going through? Do you understand what I'm going through to tell me na nababaliw ako?
Sinasabi lang sa akin ng pag close friend nga, di ba? Pero for me, it's also parang medyo connected din siya dun sa wag kang dramatic ang OA mo. It's also another way of someone telling you to just relax, na parang nababaliw ka na naman. It's another term for something you say to comfort someone, pero it's parang may negative effect siya, pero hindi alam ng mga tao.
Now, let's move on to science principles applied by Katherine Senen. Around 1 out of 5 individuals say they have encountered tension or depression, which held them back from proceeding with their standard day-to-day activities for quite some time or longer. Nearby 3/4 or 73% of individuals who had encountered anxiety or depression said they had this feeling at least a time or two in their lives. The majority, which is 62%, had their most memorable experience before turning 30. The survey review likewise got some information about the experience of individuals with anxiety or depression who attempted to encourage themselves, offering 8 unique methodologies. A great number of people had utilized a combination of approaches. 72% had said they had utilized no less than 4 of the 8. The most well-known thing that individuals utilized was spending quality time with loved ones. Despite the high worth individuals put on emotional well-being, the survey overview tracked down that science's part in understanding and reducing emotional issues appears to be confusing to many. Less than a third said that science can make sense of how emotion and feelings work, which is 27%, or can help many individuals with treating depression or anxiety, which is 31%. To compare, about half said science can do a lot to assist with treating infectious illnesses, 52%, or diseases, which is 49%. Constant and untiring pursuit for a better lifestyle is one of the driving elements of every single human endeavors. With the sort of technological improvement that the world has found over the past century or so has made life more uncomplicated, longer, and better. Nevertheless, there is a flip side to the entire instance of life becoming simpler in view of technological progressions. Human bodies intrinsically have an extremely high ability to use a great deal amount of energy for a long time by doing actual work. It is no news that being active has gone to very low levels in urban life, and because of which the lifestyle disorders has become such a normal condition. Health issues such as type 2 diabetes, heart illness, metabolic condition, depression, obesity, stroke, arthritis, chronic renal failure, osteoporosis, and the list of diseases can go on. It's not entertaining that these diseases are also called disease of civilization. A combination of an inactive lifestyle and tragic dietary culture has turned into modern-day disaster. The best way to battle and beat these diseases is by figuring out the sciences of being in great shape and applying these principles reliably every day of the week. All in all, carrying on with a wellness way of life is the response to the diseases of civilization and to lead a genuinely superior quality of life. Third is technology applied by Gianne Flores.
Now that we are living in a modern society where technology is continuously evolving, we are getting a more accessible and an easier way of treating mental illness, and it also helps the majority with their coping mechanisms. As we are all different from one another, we all have our own ways in coping to keep our mental health at peace. Some people rely on technology like our mobile phones and PC to divert their stress away for a short while. People tend to use these devices to play video games and to watch their comfort TV shows or movies. When the pandemic started, digital consultations or treatments also emerged. Digital consultations allows the patient to have briefer and more frequent treatment sessions with a shorter overall treatment length. Take note that this still varies from one person to another. It may be effective to some, but not to others. Tracking mental health symptoms has also been easier because of technology. There are AI chatbots or apps that can provide support 24/7. This doesn't mean that counselors can now be replaced. These AIs are more of an assistance in case a patient needs an immediate support. As there are still components of technology that needs to be changed or upgraded, we can't deny that using technology for mental health purposes has also its cons. We can thank technology for the convenience, lower cost, anonymity, consistency, and 24-hour service, but its effectiveness, guidance, privacy, and regulation is still questionable.
Number 4 is addressing societal issue raised in number 1 through the group's plan of action based on Laudato Si by Cristina Pagobo.
Emotions are indeed not stable. They vary from time to time depending on what we are dealing with. As they say, it's okay not to be okay, but we believe that it doesn't need to end there. According to Laudato Si, and I quote, "Yet all is not lost. Human beings, while capable of the worst, are also capable of rising above themselves, choosing again what is good, and making a new start." There are many factors in life that will highlight many points in question. The certainty that a specific outcome will be beneficial for us is indeed divided. There are many reasons why a person arrives in a state of life that is unexpected for them and for all. The issues that we carry should not be neglected, no matter how big or small it is, or if it is understood by many or none. Remember that in Laudato Si, it is said that, and I quote, "We are able to take an honest look at ourselves, to acknowledge our deep dissatisfaction, and to embark on new paths to authentic freedom." We are all victims of our own experiences. It is where we learn to support ourselves and others. It is where we learn to understand and educate people regarding certain alarming issues that can ruin a person, especially their mental health. Emotions are indeed not stable. They vary from time to time
Last is Individuals Matter, Members' Plan of Action by Alyssa de Chavez.
angry, I'm depressed, I'm anxious. And no, mental health is not going good.
Also ich war sehr oft traurig, muss ich sagen.
Ich bin depressiver geworden. Ich war jetzt selber auch in Quarantäne und das hat das alles noch sehr verstärkt.
Einsam, ja, oft sehr traurig. Schlafen kann ich auch nicht mehr gut, gar nicht.
Ich kenne auch Leute, die wirklich Selbstmord.
During the pandemic, we have all had to distance ourselves psychologically. In our experience, we have felt helpless and isolated through the quarantine. However, it would be wrong to say we felt trapped as we had control over the situation, but it was more of a new challenge for us. Mental health issues often have multiple causes and thus are not easy to pinpoint. However, the more you learn about your mental health, the better you can begin to treat yourself and others. The mental health section should include a plan of action for those experiencing mental health issues. The plan of action includes the following: understanding our mental health and taking action to manage self-care, and engaging with others in support and understanding.
Understanding your own mental health is an important step in developing a mental health strategy. This can help you identify which areas of your life may be negatively affecting your mental health and which areas may be beneficial. This understanding can help you determine which areas of your life you should focus on in order to improve your mental health and which you may want to ignore. This can also include learning about your triggers, which are things that make you most likely to experience a current mental health issue, and strategies for how you can deal with them in a healthier way. Taking action to manage self-care can include taking breaks when you need them, scheduling time to be physically and mentally healthy, and making sure that you are getting the supportive and understanding relationships and interactions that you need. This can also include taking action to manage your physical health, such as eating a healthy diet, exercising regularly, healthy coping skills, and healthy relationships with others.
Have you ever lost rhythm or reason? Struggled for motivation like time stopped in a darker season? Ever felt trapped in a cycle of negativity? Overwhelmed by anxiety or uncomfortable in your own company? Like your skin doesn't fit, or like you couldn't give even the tiniest bit of yourself to the people you love? There's a good chance you might have, and if not, you might. There are millions fighting this fight. And there are times in this fight when we might need heroes. Someone to talk to and someone to hear us. Someone who's there for us when we are ready. Who won't shut us down if the conversation gets awkward or heavy. Who'll ask if we're feeling okay. But who are they? If you can be there in the difficult moments, if your ear can be a refuge when our words are homeless, if you can be patient when we need to complain, hold on to your judgment and let us explain, then together the power is ours. We have the opportunity. We can be the generation that makes a difference. With our determination, we can build a time of acceptance. We can understand how our men.
As we have always said, mental health is an incredibly important factor in our lives, and we want to make sure you have all the information you need about how to address it. Safety is a crucial issue for all people. Safety includes not only avoiding physical harm, but also avoiding emotional harm.
Here are our sources. That's all. Thank you for listening.